Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. Happy Saturday. It's hard to believe in just a couple of days we'll be celebrating Thanksgiving. The year is flying by. Wow. However, today we are going to be playing with one of my favorite chalk transfers. And that would be the one that says, "Hey, boo, if you've got it, haunt it." It's an oldie, but it's a goodie, guys. So the first thing I am doing, oh my, I think I better add a little bit of water to my brush, is I am using black chalk paste. Now what this was, or where I got this board from, is the Dollar Tree, and it looked like, well, it wasn't white, but it looked like this. It had the pumpkin on the end, just like this one, and I just took my mini table saw, cut it off, and I am using it to create my own sign. And what I'm doing is just painting it black. Because for those of you who don't know, I have some glow-in-the-dark chalk paste. And what I want to do with it is I want to use it to make part of the sign glow. And with a black background, it really does stand out. I had made this sign before and have since had it sell, so I'm making my own, and this one I am keeping at least till the granddaughter tells me that she needs it. She likes to decorate her own room. And so I end up donating to the cause every year. But that's just fine. Sometimes she likes to come and help. And sometimes, like today, she is busy. The 9-year-old has a social life. It's awesome. I love watching them grow up. And now my grandson is now almost a year old. He'll be a year old in February. And my, oh my, you know, I've had the blessing of having constant contact with my granddaughter and watching her grow up. But you still forget how fast they grow. And oh my goodness. My little prince is already crawling and mad that he isn't able to get up yet and walk. So time does fly in all matters. From the year flying by to the kids growing up, time is a never-ending speedy clock. So there we go. I simply used black velvet paste, a little bit watered down to help it spread, and I painted my board, and now I'm going to dry it using my heat gun, and I will be right back. Just give me one moment. Here we go. I forgot to plug it in, guys. So here we go. I'm going to turn it up on high heat just because it's not hot enough to burn you, but hot enough to help it dry. Ooh, whoops. It only takes a couple of minutes to dry. And then we'll get the stencil put on. And I will use the bright white to do the stencil. Okay. Okay, we are almost dry. Just one spot and we are good to go. Give it another quick little going over just to be sure, because I don't want my stencil to pull off my black paint. So here we go. I'm going to give this paintbrush a quick clean and we will get started with our stencil. Like I said, it's one of my favorites. An oldie but a goodie. And I'm trying to use things that I have on hand, because isn't that what we should all be doing right now? I mean, yes, it's nice to get some new and up-to-date stuff, but really, in the end, Halloween is Halloween, and skeletons are not going to change much. They're not going to become outdated, so we're good. Woo. As for the changes in color, that is one advantage to creating your own. They can be any color and any design and have any verse that you want. So, as I am reminded very often, the only limit when you're crafting is your own creativity. So here we go. We'll get rid of some of this. And we're ready to carry on. Here we go. My board is a little warped, but I'm not going to let that bother me. This is how our stencil comes. Just like this, peel off from one corner. I've already marked the back, so I know which side it goes back on. And I just peel it up, set it over there. Whoops, I have a little, there we go, a little bit of hair there. I love this stencil. Makes me smile every time I see it. So let's get it on here. On these boards, I mean, yes, you guys know I have a laser cutter. I've been doing quite a bit with it. But with the price of wood, it is cheaper for me to pay $1 or $1.25 for a board and use it than to keep cutting out my own. So I just go and I just buy the boards from the Dollar Tree. And when I want to cut out shapes is when I go to something like Amazon and buy a nice piece and get my shapes all cut out. Because you can get a lot of shapes out of a 12 by 12 basswood. So here we go. Just taking a minute to make sure I have them all lined up. Are your toes on there? Almost. Okay, your feet are right there. The words are right there. Here we go, guys. Let's call it good. Grab our white paste. And if you've never seen somebody chalk before, which I'm sure you all have, the paste is the consistency of a pudding. So it goes on beautifully. So here we go. We just put her on. And this white, being a bright white, will stand out beautifully. I could have used a gray, but like I said, I'm going to put glow in the dark, which is clear, you'll see in a moment, over it. And I really wanted the white in the background. Like, I really want this one to stand out. Just make sure that you're pushing right through that screen. Don't worry about using too much because you just scrape the excess up. And if you got excess when you're all done, you can put it right back into your jar. Waste not, want not. All right? So I just go across like that, scoop up the excess, and move on to the next part of the sign. When you're all done, if you've never used a stencil like this, whether it be a stencil by Chalk Couture or one you bought through Amazon to try before you make a little bit more of a investment, you want to be sure to wash them because the chalk will dry into the stencil itself. So you'll notice when I am done, I will lay my stencil back on its backing and I will give it a good spray and make sure that it's wet and moist until I take it to the sink to be washed. So, oops. There we go. If you hear any noise in the background, it's just my husband doing some work. The honey-do list never ends. Whoops, oops, oops, oops. I missed part of his foot. See, I left a little bit on there. It's for those parts that, oh no, his toe's off the edge. Okay. And we might have a bit of leak through, but I'm hoping not. If we do, it's easy to fix. Oh my goodness, there we go. Oh. So, I am not going to totally peel it off at this moment. I'm going to give this a quick dry. I love chalk paste. It dries so fast, making it so easy to work with. And then I'm very carefully going to lay it right back down because I am not good at realigning it afterwards to do this part. And here is what the glow in the dark looks like. And it is activated by going out into the sun. So once I have made my sign, I will take it outside and leave it sit outside for a bit, and it will glow in the dark. And I only want my skeletons to glow. I am not doing the words, just the skeletons who look like they're having a grand old time, dancing away. So let's get them all nicely covered. Okay, we are all covered in glow in the dark. I can put the lid back on. And let's pull it. And as you can see, you can't really see the glow in the dark because it goes on so clear. But it is there, so I'm going to take this, and like I said, I am going to lay it right back on its backing. and set it beside me with a good amount of water sprayed onto it. I just use a mister with distilled water, and it keeps my paste from going moldy and makes everything uh, just barely, damp, not so wet that I have to worry. I love a nice mister. So here we go, guys. One sign. Hey, boo, if you've got it, haunt it. Like I said, one of my favorites. And once it's sat out in the sun for a while and it has been activated, I will take a picture and I will post it in the comments. I'll probably not be posting it till tomorrow because I do want to leave it outside and it's a little cloudy today. I hope you guys all have a great Thanksgiving. And if you're not celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you enjoy the weekend. Take care and happy crafting. Bye.